moving on. Fury of Firestorm, the Nuclear Men #2. Long ass title. Ethan Van Sciver is credited as a co-plotter, but still Gail Simone is credited as the sole writer. And it's easy to see that. Yeah, I'm kissing Gail Simone's ass yet again. And it's deservedly so. And, you know, I personally would like to say, Gail, if I ever meet you at a Comic-Con, I would like to give you a hug. For all the great stuff you've written that I have read, you know, your Birds of Prey, your Secret Six, Batgirl, and now you got Fury of Firestorm. Now, is Fury of Firestorm and Batgirl as good as your stuff for Secret Six and Birds of Prey? Not so much, but this, and I'm going to be honest, this was really good. Very well handled. It does seem a little bit copied from the dilemma that Jason and Ronnie had dealt with in Brightest Day. It does seem slightly copied, but it's got enough tweaks and twists to make it its own original story. All I can say is, yeah, I'm thoroughly glad I jumped on board with this series. I'm thoroughly pleased with how well the writing is done. It can be a little bit slow in parts, but it's good enough to keep me enraptured in it. It's very, very well done. And I just kind of got this gut feeling that it could end up being an underrated series for DC. But we're only 2 issues in, so it's kind of too soon to make that kind of a call. We don't know how long this series will go. We don't know how long Gail Simone will stick with the book. But so far, I'm still hooked. I'm still on board for issue 3. Alright, next up, going to the Man of Steel, Superman #2. George Perez, Jesus Marino. Good job. Really good job. I gotta say, I was never a very big collector of Superman. You know, it's just Superman flies here, beats somebody up, flies here, finds kryptonite, flies away, and then pisses Lex Luthor off. End of issue. That's always how I felt about. That's always how I personally felt about Superman. You know, Superman does this and this and this, stays away from kryptonite, and he pisses off Lex Luthor. Period. There you go. Print it, publish it, sell it. But here, this and Action Comics. Action Comics is better than Superman. I will admit that, but I'm getting that digitally. The thing is, with Superman, it still works for me. The writing is good, a bit dialogue heavy, yes, but I liked both sides of the aspect. Whereas Action Comics makes Superman look more like an underdog, this makes Clark Kent look more human. It's the stuff that when he's Clark Kent in this series, it's more entertaining. And we're finally getting Superman. I feel like we're finally getting Superman stories where you can actually hurt Superman without any fucking kryptonite, and it works very good. This time, I will minorly spoil this. Superman's fighting a creature that he can't see. If he can't see it, he can't hear it, but he can feel it because it's whooping his ass. And Superman gets saved by Lois. What a twist! It was like everybody got tired. It was like, oh, it was Lois's trouble. Here comes Superman. He saved her. There you go. But this time, it's Lois who saves Superman. She doesn't directly do it herself, but her and her team for the Daily Planet, they save him and allow him to win the day. And it's very well put together. But still, it's the stuff with Clark Kent is what sells it to me. And I loved the scene with Superman and General Lane. That was a good scene. This, to me, could make Superman better for me as a comic book reader, because I never really was that big of a fan of Superman. But with how they're starting him off in this new 52 universe, I can get behind him now. And I say go ahead and give him a try. If you thought about dropping it because of where they're taking him, I say go ahead and stick with it and give it a try. Who knows, you might like it. We're going to end this with Aquaman #2. Now, there's a reason why this could have been a candidate for the pick of the week, but here's why it didn't make it. This felt really short. It only took me about a minute and a half, maybe, estimated minute and a half to read this book. And there's a reason why. This, along with a lot of other DC books, have been crammed full. It seems like half the book is taken up with this whole advertisement for Batman Noel. And I've said it on Twitter. I'll be glad when that story finally comes out, so the advertisements can quit cramming up the books and shortening the stories for me. That's probably my biggest problem with the New 52, is that the advertisements just cram up the book, and it feels like it cheapens the length of the story for me. But other than that, this was incredible. Jeff Johns and Ivan Reyes. There you go. That's all you need for a good book. Now, I hope I don't get hate mail or hateful comments for what I'm about to say. I'm enjoying this more than Green Lantern. I am. I am enjoying this more than Green Lantern so far. Remember, all the 52 titles are only 2 issues in. And so far, when it comes to Jeff Johns' books, I'm liking this better than Green Lantern. Maybe not better than Justice League, but, wow. Get another introduction to these creatures that are hunting for, food. And when they mean food, they mean almost, anything. I mean, literally anything. And it's really kind of disturbing how they want to interpret eating. It's almost kind of like zombie stuff, and it's, I'm going to geek out zombies, yeah. But, I loved the dialogue between Aquaman and Mera. I loved all the little poking fun. It's like, is that Aquawoman? No, that's Mera. Hey, it's Aquaman and Aquawoman. It's Mera. Goddamn, I became a fan of Mera in this book. Wow. Well, I was already a fan of Mera, but my fanship for her has gone up a little bit thanks to this. This is fantastic. It would have made my pick of the week had it not felt so short. This was not quite as good as issue 1 was, but because of the shortness, I had to say it was awesome, just not perfect. But do yourselves a favor. Jump on board with Aquaman. This is a title to get behind, because Jeff Johns, despite what some fans think about him, he does know his shit. And issue 1 opened my eyes to make Aquaman a credible hero again. He's not a joke. He should never have been a joke. And if Aquaman's going to continually be written like this, guaranteed seller right here. But yeah, awesome. Awesome stuff. Just felt a little bit short. Alright, that's all I got for this week, everybody. And no, I will not be back next week with this shit on my face. I did me and my girlfriend Jennifer, we did some volunteer work for the Haunted Theater at the Ritz Civic Theater in Blytheville, Arkansas. We're having a blast with it. We get to scare a bunch of people, and I'm enjoying it. Now I'm going to stop this video and get this crap off my face. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a happy and safe Halloween, everybody. And until next time, I'll see you later.